Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this podcast special. It's your boy JB. You are watching Sports Talking with JB. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like button on your way in. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so and share this to your people. I'm here on this special night. You probably not used to seeing me on a Thursday. We are live. This is not a facade. I got this beautiful woman to the left or right of me, however you looking at this. I'm about to introduce her, but she's going to introduce herself. We go way back. Like 4 facts on the Cadillac, pitty pat and all that. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this great person right here, man. We, like I said, we go back from elementary school and all that. This is Jocelyn Thomas. From Jocelyn Knows Sports. She is a sports reporter. How you doing, Jocelyn?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for having me, Justin. I know you tell me all the time you're so proud of me, but I'm going to tell you publicly, right? Because I like to give people their flowers publicly. I'm very proud of you and the platform that you have. So I'm grateful that you have me as a guest tonight.
Thank you. I mean, it's only right, you know. It's only right that we help each other, we uplift each other, and we support each other, you know,
Amen.
because we all, you know, shouts out to the chat. Y'all come on, welcome in the chat. This is my boy DJ Seaway, Callaway, Northside in the house.
Hey, you know it.
So, you know, man, and before we go any further, the backstory, we grew up together, same neighborhood.
Literally.
You know, elementary school. You was actually my first girlfriend in elementary school.
So you just gonna put it on the floor in the first minute. You putting it on the floor.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. All right. So you were always into sports because you was a tomboy. You played ball. Yeah. You used to whoop my ass in basketball. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. When we was kids, she used to whoop me in basketball. I would only win when I was on your team.
Winners win. Winners win at the end of the day.
I knew you was gonna be a winner. I always knew you was gonna be a winner for real. Yeah, man. So for real. JB the real go for real. Hey man, shouts out Nick Beasley show in the chat, man. I ain't no GOAT, bro. I'm still trying to get that, man.
Oh no, you will go.
Come on. Hey, see what it said. You was the best point guard in the city back in the day.
Oh, that's why he my guy.
You the best point.
Also put a little bit of respect on me.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about that backyard basketball though. Ain't nothing like that backyard basketball.
Back when kids was outside all day too.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, y'all calling me to go. Y'all stop, man. Don't make me don't do that. Don't do that. So anyway, all right, y'all know the backstory. We both from Montgomery, Alabama, born and raised. You have moved on. You live in what? Orlando right now?
Yeah, I live in Orlando.
Yes, and you are doing your thing, sports reporting for UCF, the UCF Knights down in Orlando.
Go Knights, go.
Yes, and the Bucs. You see, I got my Bucs on Tampa. You know,
house.
I'm not even gonna tell you why I'm a Bucs. You know why I got this jersey. All you got to do is look at the number 12 and know why I got this jersey. You know I'm a Brady guy.
Okay. There's a lot of Brady guys out there.
I know that. All right, so anyway. All right, so tonight we're going to definitely talk about the two big games coming up, UCF versus Colorado, and we're going to talk about the Bucs and Philly. So you cover both teams. This is what's so special about you. So you live in Orlando, you cover UCF, then you go to all the Bucs home games and cover them?
Yes. So it's always weird, or I won't say weird, it's unique when people ask me like my backstory. To be honest, I don't know. I always say I'm a person of faith. I believe in God. I put God first. I do the work. And usually just the right people are aligned along my path. Now, I will say probably that's something that makes me a little uniquely different from others. I think JB kind of hit on that. Even as a child, I'm a hard worker. I've always been a competitive person. Nobody ain't gonna ever outwork me. So if a UCF game is on a Saturday night, I'll stay there sometimes at 2 a.m. If the Bucs game is at 1 p.m. in Tampa, I'll be there by 9. So I'm like,
Wow.
I'm a person that grinds. I feel like when you're blessed with an opportunity, you can't always take a break back because you don't know when you'll get that opportunity again. So that's just my outlook of it. But I'm ready to get into these games if you are. I don't care what people think about me. I'm a sport girly. I know I may not always give that impression, but I love sports and I'm
Yeah.
blessed to do it every day.
You are a sport. I mean, I like I say, since you were a little kid, you always love sports, and I kind of I've watched you from afar. Social media. We haven't talked to each other like this
Yeah,
in a long time,
been a
but
little minute.
yeah, it's been a minute. So I've watched you, and I was like, oh, Jocelyn doing her thing. I see all the credentials behind you back there hanging
Well, I
up on the
appreciate
wall.
it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, them like badges of honor. I got a few credentials, but I ain't got nowhere near me that you got back there.
I've been working. I've
Yeah.
been working. I told you I'm a worker now. I'm a
I know.
worker.
I'm trying to get like you, man. I mean, I love
You
what you're
you
doing.
already there. You
I ain't
already there.
no. We ain't gonna do that. But
Paths are just different, but your blessing, your anointing, the crowd you have, you already there. You just doing it in a different light.
I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate it. So let's start in Orlando, right? Let's start where you at now. And how long have you been covering UCF?
Both teams just this season. I'm a
Okay.
little bit more invested with UCF because I've worked with them during their summer camps as well. So
Okay.
I feel like I'm a little more knowledgeable with the players as well as Coach Gus. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I know you ain't I don't know if you ready to dig into it, but my prediction is the UCF Knights will win the game. And that's not just because I'm here watching, just being a sports savant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at the UCF Knights, they run the ball
Yeah.
very run heavy, running at least 200, shoot, some games almost 400 yards a game. You
Yeah.
got running back RJ Harvey, top in the Big Ten, one of the top 10 in the country. So he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna run that thing, and then you got two backup running backs out the back. I mean, out of the backfield. But you also got KJ Jefferson, my guy KJ Jefferson, who's a transfer out of Arkansas. You know, he got some SEC ties.
Mm-hmm.
So SEC girl through and through, regardless. He can also run that thing for at least 50 to 100 yards. So they're going to be run heavy.
Yep. Yeah, going with Dion Boy. Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about it briefly on my show Tuesday night. I have some regulars in the chat, so they already know this. And let me ask you about RJ Harvey, because I saw you asked him a question. I watch your Instagram. He
Well, I
is one of
appreciate
those.
that.
He's one of those backs. I'm telling you, this dude is legit. He's
He
all
one
the
of them
way
ones.
real. Mm-hmm.
He one of them ones.
Yeah. So how good is RJ Harvey for the people who don't know?
RJ Harvey is a finalist for the DAC award. That's like one of the end of season awards. He's
Mm-hmm.
already one of the top people that's contested for it as a running back. He had that honor last week while his team was on a bye. But I think what makes that running back room so special is you got Penny Boone and Miles Montgomery as well. So you got the featured back in RJ Harvey, but the two backup running backs are equally as good. So
Damn.
that was one of my questions to him. When he
Mm-hmm.
goes out there and sets the tone, I think their second game of the season, he ran for 100 yards in the first half.
Wow.
Imagine what tone that's setting for those younger backs.
Yeah.
So I think not only is he a one of them ones as a running back, he's a phenomenal leader, and I think that's why a lot of those running backs out of that room follow him, as
Yeah.
well as he has a great relationship with the quarterback. So
Right. He's a senior, right? He's from Orlando.
he is. He said he moved back here to be with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that, and really, that's why I feel like they're a little bit more hungry. You got
Yeah.
KJ Jefferson, you got RJ Harvey, you got the what's my guy that's the receiver, Kobe Hudson,
Kobe Hudson.
and then you got Deshaun Pace, my guy that's on the defensive end. I get to him in a minute. They're all
Okay.
seniors, and one thing they told me from the beginning of the year, they're hungry because this their last chance.
Yeah.
And I mean, no shade. I love me some Neon Dion because if you look good, you feel good. You feel good,
You
you
play
play good. You
good.
play good, they pay good, right? So I love him. He's the motto of my life. But
Yeah.
Shador and Travis Hunter ain't got them type of problems. It don't matter if they win 2 games or 22 games, they're going in the first round. So I
Exactly.
think
Exactly.
UCF people a little hungrier for the victory.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. My guy said UCF is physical on both sides of the ball. Colorado ain't got that physicality to match. That's true.
I
That's very.
agree. And Nick, you are a smart man because my prediction of them winning is based upon their defense, right? So you
Mm,
got UCF, they're going to run the ball down their throat, but you got Shador Sanders that can throw for 300 a game.
yep.
They barely winning against teams they should beat.
Yep. That's true.
UCF football, like the defense, is lights out. They have
Mhm.
at least 1 interception per game. So there's no way that Colorado's defense will even hold like a small flame to UCF's defense. So the defense is going to win the game.
Exactly. And their favorite, it was 14 and a half. I saw it went down to 12. I wonder why. Is it some, maybe it's just a lot of money going into the game, so they're going to bump the number down a little bit. Maybe
Well,
that's
yeah,
what some do.
money because like when they had the big noon show coming here. No, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to talk about other networks, but when they were bringing that halftime show here for the tailgate experience, you got like DJ Khaled performing, you
I
got the
saw that.
69 boys showing up. All that's for Neon Dion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
We all know they're bringing all the celebrities and the bells and whistles. So I think that has a lot to do with the over under, but
Mm-hmm.
also even though like as a sports analyst, I hate the fact that Colorado always wins on like a last minute Hail Mary fluke thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as a sports fan, it's a good story. So it's
Right.
like you can't ever really count them out because they really be winning on like a prayer every game.
Yeah. So yeah, and I said they're like must see TV right now.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna talk about Colorado just a little bit because we normally talk about them on my show weekly. It's like last year they started off 3-1. They're 3-1 again this year. Then the wheels kind of fell off the bus. So this game is important for Colorado because if they go down there and get beat by 4 touchdowns, which I think they probably will get beat by that much, it's gonna be looking ugly in the media. Coach Prime might not want to talk to certain folks. Shador, he gonna be acting all. You already know how it's gonna be. You know how it's gonna play out. So
Yeah,
I
you
got a
already
question to
know.
you. Will you get to ask like Coach Prime them any questions or something like that?
Usually they only talk to the home teams.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Usually it's the home team in the media rooms.
Okay.
But I honestly don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it will be a victory. But if you look at UCF's last victory, I know they had a bye week last week. They
Yeah.
won by a hope and a prayer.
Mm,
So I feel like it's going to be almost like basketball numbers. They're going to run up the scoreboard
yeah.
because you got one guy throwing the rock and you got one guy running the rock down your throat.
Yeah.
So it's all like it has to be a defensive stop, but also special teams. Special teams makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, they don't really have a good special teams. Their kicker isn't that great. They have a lot of missed kicks. Xavier Townsend on UCF, he's a receiver, but he's also a kick returner. He's also
Mm-hmm.
a punt returner. He also runs the ball. If you got a special teams play or a defensive play that outblasts this shootout of points, that's the winner.
It can make a big difference because Colorado got kick ran back on them against Baylor. Got ran 100-yard kickoff back on them against Baylor.
So
So
like all the weaknesses that Colorado has, UCF has an answer for them. So that's why they kind of got my vote, not just because I live in Orlando, but I'm
yeah,
like for what they lack, the other person has.
exactly.
Now I'm
And
excited to see Dion, right? I mean, I don't think UCF will be getting this much attention if it wasn't Colorado coming to town. Like I
that's
know that.
that's true. So and UCF is undefeated, right?
I honestly think if UCF beats them, they're gonna go in the top 25 poll.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So and staying on that, the Big 12 is pretty much wide open. Do you see UCF as being like one of the favorites to possibly win the Big 12?
No. I mean,
No,
I tell people like just because I cover a team don't mean it's my team. If you look up Utah, Utah is like hands down the
they're
best team
legit.
in the Big 12. They're the
They're
most complete team to me.
okay. Okay.
UCF has a chance, but if UCF somehow can beat Utah November 29th, it's theirs. I'm
Okay.
just not 100% sure they can. I mean, they barely beat TCU.
Yeah. Yeah. We know what TCU is, you know. So I mean, I like that honest answer. That's a straight up
You
honest answer from
nah.
I love it. I love it. That's what I love right now. So I mean, all in all, give me a score prediction. You said it's gonna be they're gonna beat them, but how by how much?
I'm thinking it's gonna be 47-42.
Ooh,
I honestly think it's gonna be that high of a scoring game.
damn. Okay. I was thinking like 42-28.
See, I think you're thinking one team is gonna get blown out. Like I don't.
You
I
think it's
think
gonna be neck and neck?
yes, I think UCF is the better team, but I don't think they're like light years ahead of Colorado.
Okay. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. So I'm gonna put it like this. UCF is definitely the better running team because Colorado don't have a running attack at all. But Colorado could be the better passing team because Shador can throw the ball for 400 yards.
Shador gonna add that thing out. Now I'm a advocate of KJ Jefferson just
Mm-hmm.
because I've had a chance to build like a type of relationship with him.
Yes.
I think once he gets more comfortable in this system, because Gus Malzahn, even though I love Coach Gus, I wasn't a fan when he was at Auburn. I'm not gonna lie. I've grown to like him. He
Okay.
gets a little wild and crazy with the plays, and if you're a first time quarterback in the new system, that can kind of rattle you. So I
Hmm.
honestly think if KJ can settle down and get comfortable with the playbook, I think he can add that thing out too, and he will be the difference maker.
I've seen, so you just made me remember something. I've seen KJ Jefferson go head up with Bryce Young when they played in Tuscaloosa. It was one of the most exciting games I've ever seen in Bryant Denny Stadium. I think it was like 42-49 or something like that. But
He did right.
they were going back and forth. KJ Jefferson had like 400-yard pass on Alabama. So I know he can do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't know, because the first game he wasn't hardly throwing at all. Second game he was throwing it more. Third game he's throwing it more. That's why I was like, if he's more comfortable in that system, and
Mhm.
if he is in the shootout with Shador, and you got RJ Harvey,
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm watching that game. I'm definitely gonna watch 2:30 Central Time. Is it 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern? Saturday.
yes. So I'm not covering the game this week.
Okay.
I'm a fan, so I am going to be there all day. I am going to be at the
Awesome.
DJ Khaled concert. I'm going to be there at the Big Noon. I'm gonna be out there at the game. It's just too much conflict of interest for me to enjoy the game and be a reporter. And I have family coming into town, so you gotta
Okay.
put family first.
Yeah, yeah. Have fun this weekend. Have fun. So the weather, is the weather gonna be okay on Saturday?
Um, to be
I'm asking
honest,
you like you the
okay.
weatherman. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean it is a hurricane here.
Yeah.
People have been texting me all day. Where I'm at, I haven't really got too much, but like winds, a couple
Mhm.
raining here and there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But it's actually supposed to stop tonight. So I think tomorrow all that's going to clear up. So I don't see it being an issue for the game Saturday. Because it's
That's what.
Florida, it rains all the time. The
Right.
last
Right.
game they had here with Sam Houston Bearcats, it was raining. We still played. So like I don't think unless it's like an actual hurricane going on
Right.
Saturday, they're gonna stop it. They
Okay.
put too
That's
much
awesome.
money in it.
Too much money. Too much money going on. Coach Prime come to town. You know they bring out
I'm
everything.
telling
All
you.
the
I'm
theatrics.
telling you. Literally. When I saw that they had DJ Khaled coming last night, I said, "Oh, it's a wrap for me. I'm outside."
Oh yeah. Did you say the 69 boy gonna be there?
Yeah, they
I
having
gotta.
like 8 tailgate parties tomorrow. I
Ooh, I
mean,
need to holler at
said,
my boy. Need to holler at my boy. Three of the player. That's my dog. Three of the
if you
player.
want
Me and him
to,
go back.
hey, holler at them. I'm
We.
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
right out there.
send him a DM. That's what's up though. But Yeah, so it's gonna be fun to watch. You have fun. You take pictures. I'm gonna be watching your social media. You know, you
I'm gonna
already
be
know.
out there.
Yeah, I know
Yes,
you
go Knights, go.
are. Oh my! You said 40. No, you said 47-42 for your score, right?
47-42.
Okay, I said 42-20. Okay, all right, we're gonna see. If y'all watching this, man, like I say, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. This is Jocelyn Thomas from Jocelyn Knows Sports. We're gonna talk about Tampa and the Eagles right now. You know, so are you going to the Tampa game?
I probably won't go this week.
Okay, because you got family and stuff going. Okay, but
Yes.
you so
And I have something I have to go to in Atlanta next week.
okay.
I'll be outside. I'm for those who don't know, I'm a military veteran, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to something called a military influencer conference. It's very important for me to be able to talk and advocate to veterans to kind of explain to them what they can do when they transition outside the military.
That's awesome. You do it all. You,
I try. I
you
try.
you do it all, man. But I
It's a
mean,
blessing to be a blessing. It
yes,
is.
and you can balance it well. Like, I mean,
I
everybody
have
can't do
my
that.
days.
Yeah,
I have my
everybody has
days.
it. Everybody does. But so you've covered Tampa. So this is what, week 4 in the NFL coming up.
Week 4.
Okay. And I
So I
saw
got I got a controversial pick for Tampa Bay and the Eagles.
you picking the Eagles.
I'm picking the Eagles.
Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. All right.
I
Let's start
mean,
right there.
I can't be a liar.
Let's start right there. Why are you picking the Eagles? They coming to Tampa, right?
They're coming to Tampa
Why are you picking the Eagles?
right now. Just from putting my analyst hat on, Tampa
Mm-hmm.
Bay has too many holes on the defensive side.
Oh,
They
okay.
are very thin at the cornerback position right now. They had a couple of linemen go down this past Sunday, and
Vita
they just
Vea ain't
had it
playing.
like handed to them when the Broncos came to town. And I'm like, the Broncos ain't even scratching the surface of the Eagles.
That was the most surprising outcome of last week that was so surprising. I didn't watch the game, but I'm looking like, how the hell they let Bo Nix come in there and blow them out? What?
So fun story, right? Not to get off on a tangent. So it's very rare that this happens, but every game that I've covered so far, JB, in my short career has always been a win. No team has ever lost. When I
Hmm.
tell you, you could have dropped a pin in that media box. I was so uncomfortable. Like nobody was talking, nobody was saying nothing. And I was like, and then when it was time to interview the players, like they ain't want to talk. Like it was bad business. But I had never seen a team lose. For some reason, every game I covered has been a victory. So
Dang.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And to lose to a team, let's be honest, the Broncos are not a good team. So I mean, straight up, to lose like that to the Broncos, that was
It was a beat down. It was a
yeah, and
definite.
it makes you wonder, are the Bucs really for real? What's going on with Rashad White, man? Because he was talking a lot before the season. Pick me for your fantasy team. I'm going off this year. What's going on? Bucky Irvin is balling. What's going on with
I'm gonna
Rashad?
be honest, I give you another controversy. I actually dropped Rashard White off my fantasy team.
Did you? I'm about to do the same. I feel like I'm about to do the same.
I dropped them week 1. So
Damn.
the first week, I actually asked Todd Bowles, and it wasn't for my selfishness about my
Okay,
fantasy
okay, all
team.
right, okay.
I asked him because I noticed that Bucky Irvin and Rashard White were sharing the same amount of of targets, and
Mm-hmm.
he said that's something he's looking at going forward.
Mm,
I from a fantasy perspective, I don't want 2 running backs out the backfield. I want that one dominant back. But it
yeah,
seems like they're looking to utilize Bucky Irving more in the system. And to be honest, the crowd loves Bucky. I don't know if you saw
I
my
did.
my reel. They out there, Bucky, Bucky.
Yeah.
You gotta think Bucky plays for the Bucks.
Bucks. I thought they were saying Buckies, but then when I
They
finally
said
realized,
Bucky.
okay,
And you, if you were Shard White, you hit that on the sideline. You know you done. I mean, come
mm,
on. Ain't nobody saying Rashard White. They
no,
said Bucky, Bucky. I knew then he was off my fantasy team, man.
wow, wow. So I mean, okay. So let's talk. So I followed the Bucs when Brady came. Okay, when Brady got there, I followed the Bucs, and they won a Super Bowl. Everybody knows Brady come back. They didn't do so well. So they get Baker Mayfield last season, make the playoffs. You beat the Eagles in the playoffs, right? So
Not the same team though. So like I
not the
like
same.
Baker Mayfield. He's actually a very nice guy. And I love an underdog story, mostly because I've
Mm-hmm.
been an underdog my whole life. So I love the fact that Baker Mayfield has made good on a life that everybody thought he was, basically like a wasted pick. Because he
Yeah,
was number one, he went to Cleveland. Bet Cleveland feels stupid now.
right.
But I I was saying that I remember I went to one of the summer practices
Mm-hmm.
during their summer camp. They paid a lot of money to Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield, and what's my offensive lineman's name? Uh,
Uh, worse,
Tristan Waith.
worse.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Worfs,
Mm-hmm.
yes. You put all that money on the offense, you ain't got nothing on the defense. So they lost a, a decent amount of defensive players as well. And so,
Yep.
like, you have those stars, but you don't really have a lot outside of that.
They lost
So,
my guy Devin White, man,
yep.
to the Eagles. He plays for the Eagles.
So that's why I feel like they're not the same team. And I think game one, they looked amazing, right?
Yep.
Baker Mayfield threw for 4 touchdowns. He even rushed for 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when they had the healthy cornerback. So they had, I want to say one of the cornerbacks went out for a concussion. One of them went out for an ankle injury. They were already thin going into the season.
Yep.
So I think it got exposed a little bit more with Detroit, but they snuck and got that win in. It
And
really was
everybody
exposed
hyped them
when they
up because
played
they
the
beat Detroit.
Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
So,
don't think they're gonna have it for the Eagles.
um, yeah. So I'm thinking the reason I'm picking the Bucs, I'm thinking, okay, they let down from last week. It was probably like a good check, you know what I'm saying? A reality check. Like, damn, we ain't as good as we thought we were. But you got the Eagles coming in. They barely beat the Saints, but they won. So you got to give them that. But Devontae Smith got a concussion. AJ Brown may not play. I don't know if he's gonna play or not. So Jalen Hurts is out there throwing to the ball boys, the custodians.
Yeah,
He's
I
out there throwing to
disagree. I
everybody.
feel like they have a better offensive team, right? First of all,
Mhm.
Saquon Barkley is 5 times what Rashard White and
Yes,
Bucky
he
even
is.
put together.
Yep.
So I feel like that alone. And then like I love me some Baker Mayfield, but
Mhm.
Baker Mayfield ain't touching the surface of Jalen Hurts either. So I'm like, I think for what they lack on offense, they have enough stars to make a play. And then the
That's
defense is the big difference. Like Philadelphia got a good defensive team. I can't really say that about the Bucks right now.
You think they're gonna give Baker Mayfield trouble, far as because they gave Derek Carr trouble, they gave the Saints trouble. Saints were blowing everybody out, scoring 40 points, beating the Cowboys down, and then you come in there and you lose. You can only score what I think they scored 12, 13 points or something like that against the Eagles. So I feel what you're saying. The Eagles, if they can get
Because I mean,
pressure on
if
Baker
you look at
Mayfield,
the small amount of footage, the
mm-hmm.
only defense that didn't give him trouble was the Commanders.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I think it'd be a
So
good game.
I think it's going to be a good game. I will say the Eagles, if the Bucs can run Bucky Irvin, if they can run the ball, then keep it close. You know what I'm saying? It could go down to be like a field goal game. I don't think it will be a blowout. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I
more.
agree. I don't think it'd be a blowout. I agree with you about the running, but I
Mm-hmm.
also feel like Baker Mayfield's the type of quarterback that needs protection. The offensive line has to be better, especially for
Yep.
all the money they got paid this offseason. But he's one of those quarterbacks, if he is in the pocket too long, he panics and he throws a pick.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
he needs that protection. So they need to be able to run the ball and to protect the ball.
And the Bucs gonna have to get some turn. Now Jalen Hurts been turning the ball over left and right early in the season. If they can get some turnovers, that's gonna help the Bucs as well. I feel like I'm trying to talk myself into keeping my Bucs pick, but you are making me want to pick the Eagles now.
I mean, I think it'll be a good game. It'll be, like I said, neither game, like the UCF and Colorado game is going to be tight. I think the Bucs and Eagles are going to be tight. When I look at like games or like teams that are pretty even matched, I look for that small thing that's going to be the difference. And for both teams, it's defense. So UCF actually has the better defense, and sadly, Tampa Bay has the worser defense.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of feel what you're saying now. The Eagles definitely have upgraded on defense. They didn't look particularly well early on, but last week showed me that they have a defense that could actually compete like a playoff level defense. You've been drafting all those Georgia guys, and you know you put them in there. They drafted well, and I want to see what Devin White does. If he's gonna play, is he gonna try to get some get back on his boys over there at Tampa? You know, I love old 4-5 get live, man. He was one of my favorite players. He ride them horses.
His back, huh?
Yeah, man. I love 4-5. I was sad when he left. I was like, man, y'all gonna let 4-5 go?
I told they spend a lot of money on the offensive side of the ball, and now it's starting to, you could tell.
Yeah, I didn't
have to look at the Bucs too. If you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin on your side, that is two Hall of Famers. All you got to do is put them in the right position. So that changes the game. The reason why they got blown out by the Broncos, I want to say they both maybe had 5 catches combined.
Damn. Yeah. That's not good, man. And I know that secondary is depleted. Carlton Davis not there no more. They're missing guys. Guys are gone. Guys are injured.
So the guys were gone, and so I'm like, came in the season thin first game, but see, nobody was paying attention because they played so well that first game.
Okay. Yeah. See, I like your insight. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm sorry. I'm picking the Eagles. You made me change my mind live on the air.
You got on a Bucs jersey, man.
This is Tom Brady. This is GOAT. This jersey right here ain't got nothing to do with Baker Mayfield and them team right now. This is Tom Brady.
Oh, my goodness.
This is Super Bowl year right here, man. But I just wore this because we were going to talk about them.
That's all. Okay. That's it.
Yeah. I got Brady Patriots jerseys too. Man, come on now. Come on.
You know, Brady called some of the Bucs games.
I know. I wonder if he calling the game this Sunday. So the game is Sunday at 12, 1 o'clock your time.
1 o'clock. Yeah.
In Tampa. Is it gonna be on Fox? I'm trying to see. I think that game is on Fox.
It's on Fox.
And so it may be Brady. It may be Brady calling that game.
I want to say I saw when they posted on the Instagram page that they said that Brady was covering the game because they were talking about Tom Brady and Mike Evans' friendship on and off the field.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome, man. I've seen the Bucs play in Atlanta when they came to play Atlanta. I watched Brady play that game. But yeah, I still like the Bucs. A piece of my heart is with the Bucs.
I'm telling you, I want the Bucs to win.
But you just don't
I want to be wrong. You know what I mean? I want to be wrong. It's just from me looking at, I'm looking at this sheet with all these highlighted players that are injured and out. It's like I can't deny the facts. So
I feel you. So give me a score prediction.
This one I actually think is gonna be a low scoring game.
Me too.
I'm thinking like 12-15. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 1 touchdown and a bunch of field goals.
Similar to that game the Eagles played with the Saints last week.
I actually expected the Saints to score a little bit more, but I was glad they didn't because Alvin Kamara was on the fantasy team against me.
Look at you. Next year you got to get in my fantasy league, man. Because okay.
Oh, I'm a heavy trash talker in fantasy.
I bet Nick Beasley got 21-10. 21-10 who, Nick? Who you picking? I'm gonna go like 17-13 Eagles now. I'm gonna go 17-13 Eagles. I was going the other way, but you flipped me to go the other way. So I'm going 17-13.
I'm interested to see who does he have for the 21? Is it Bucs or Eagles?
It's probably Philly. Come on, Nick. Who you got? Philly or the Bucs, Nick? I don't know, man. DJ say you all been a trash talk. Always. It ain't never changed. Bucs. Oh, he got the Bucs. I don't trust Vic Fangio on the DB. Okay, all right. Well, Baker Mayfield gonna have to air it out there. Now, you know what? Mike Evans might try to show out. He might try to
I
show out.
mean, I like Baker Mayfield. I think he always has a chance, especially if you got two Hall of Fame wide receivers out there.
Yes, yes.
AJ Brown is healthy. I mean,
Mm,
I think he's always a threat out there.
yeah,
So it's interesting to see like some of these injuries, some of these matchups, how it's gonna go. I
yeah.
think Todd Bowles doesn't want to go, two losses in a row. He's a pretty good coach. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Seaway got 28-13 Bucks. You know what, man? Y'all picking the Bucks. Jocelyn, you done switch me to go to the Eagles. I know it's gonna be 17-13 somebody. Somebody. I don't know. But I feel you, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stay Eagles. Jocelyn froze on me. I think she froze on me. You still there, Jocelyn? Look like she froze on me. But that's the connection and the weather going on out there. Seaway say Pipes game. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be, man. All right, let's see if I can get Jocelyn back on. Look like she froze up the connection. So all my people down there in Florida, man, y'all be safe with this storm. She's down there in Orlando. And I think it's gonna be cleared up for all the games and stuff like that. It's gonna be clear. So probably nothing to worry about football-wise, unless you like in Tallahassee or something like that, And they already moving games and putting out reports and stuff. I'm gonna see if Jocelyn comes back on because I want her to kind of do a little outro or something before we get up off of here. Because she has a lot going on, a lot of good things going on. And it was just a blessing to have her on the platform, man. We go way back, like Pitty Pat, 4 flats on the Cadillac. So man, what Nick Beasley say? What he say? No AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. I think it's gonna be real easy for the Bucs defense. They know what's okay. That makes sense. That do make sense, y'all. I mean, yeah, it really makes sense. Injuries are gonna play a key in that game. So, speaking of game, the Cowboys is about to play the Giants, and that's gonna be the storm knocked off the internet, y'all. So, I figured that. I really figured that was gonna happen. But I want to say a special thanks to Jocelyn Thomas for joining the show with me. The special. I'm definitely gonna get her back on soon so we can. I don't know. We're gonna talk about something because I really enjoy her feedback and her knowledge of the game. And I mean, I'm just letting everybody know out there. Girls can talk football too. They can talk football too. Man, what Nick Beasley talking about? Hey, man, I ain't even asked you for your score pick for the game, but thank you anyway. Man. Yeah, so Jocelyn said, give everybody her love. Support her, man. Jocelyn knows sports. Support her right now. Go follow her on social media. She's very active on Instagram. Jocelyn knows sports. So y'all do that. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Go watch this Cowboys Giants game. Y'all stay tuned. Stay locked in with your boy, Sports Talking with JB. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all, man. Thank you for joining the show. We up out of here, man.